like to start by talking about the injury of the thoracolumbar posterior ligamentous complex, a bibliometric and critical literature review presented by Rami Lima. First off, I would like to give a brief introduction about the posterior ligamentous complex, which is a complex of ligaments that include the supraspinous ligament, the interspinous ligament, the ligamentum flavum, and facet capsular ligament. The PLC protects the spine from excessive movement, and as such, its disruption can cause delayed kyphosis, chronic back pain, and it may benefit from surgery when injured. In 2005, the thoracolumbar injury classification system was the first classification to formally cite the integrity of PLC as major determinant of structure, fracture stability, and treatment. Since then, there have been a growing number of publications on PLC injury of the thoracolumbar spine. The primary purpose of this work was to provide context and bibliometric analysis of literature on PLC injury and thoracolumbar injury, trauma, aiming to help understand trends and shortcomings and to guide future research in this area. So what is bibliometric analysis? To put it simply, it's a field that uses quantitative means to evaluate academic productivity. And it's through huge databases that give us data about hundreds and thousands of papers that can be summarized into a simple CSV format, which can be used to analyze huge amounts of data to find the citation factor and impact factor of different authors and publications. Over here, we can see a simple flow chart that goes over the methodology and results and how we were able to obtain this data. And it would be further explained in a series of charts when it comes to the results. So we would start off by the first step, which is the identification process, which was done by taking the data of Scopus database. Then the filters were applied that were applicable to our search. Screening of such papers manually to make sure that we include only the papers that we need. And then coming to the point of the results, which were used to assess two different things. The first topic was the bibliometric analysis of all of the publications that we made. And the second was to go over the study design of each of the clinical case series that were performed. So to start off with, the identification was done by going into the Scopus database and searching for key terms from January 2000 till September 2021. After that, filters were applied, such as those of the subject as medicine and neuroscience, then just searching for case articles and reviews, and including English publications only. And as such, 42 documents were excluded. After that, the 221 resulting publications were screened and by the first author, Dr. Muhammad Ali, and 98 documents were deemed unfit due to being not specifically related to PLC injury. This can often happen because when including the key terms such as posterior and ligamentous and complex and injury, thoracolumbar and such, sometimes it can include stuff that could be completely out of unrelated to this topic that we're talking about. Some of them were even ENT related. And as such, 123 publications were used for the study design and bibliometric analysis. Now, this resulted in a number of over 54 case series, 31 review articles, some case reports, surveys, and so on. This is the topics that the bibliometric analysis provided us with. First off was the publication trend from the year 2000 till 2001, which showed, which showed a sharp rise from around one publication from the year 2000 to 2003 per year to 17 in 2013, and decreasing from that point down onwards. This also resulted in an average of 5.6 publications per year. And the most active countries and collaboration networks were USA in the first place with 62 publications, Canada with 16, and China with 12. And tied for third place were South Korea, Germany, and Brazil. And this is a bibliometric network. This is a bibliometric network drawn by a program called VOS Viewer, which takes all of this database and presents it as a collaboration network between the different states. So the size of the node or the circle is determined by the amount of publication, and the relatedness of each of these countries is determined by how close these or how strong the communication or collaboration network is between these countries. This is the top 10 most active institutes. Predominantly, Thomas Jefferson University came in the first place with 58 publications, followed by University of Calgary with 12 and University of Toronto with 11. And this is a summary of the most contributing journals, with Spine coming in at first place with 18 publications. European Spine Journal coming in second place with 13, and the Spine Journal with 6. The Spine had the highest citation per document count, and the Spine Journal had the highest impact factor with 5.166, or 4.166, sorry. And this is a list of the most prolific authors in co-authorship, and it comes as no surprise that Vaccaro from Thomas Jefferson University came in first place with 28 documentations, which makes around 20% out of the entire publication count. And in second place came in Harp JS with 12 publications, and then Anderson DJ with 10. Most of the publications the top 20 publications came out of the USA, and Thomas Jefferson University had 6 of the most prolific authors. And this is also a co-authorship network map of authors. Due to time restraints, I would like to explain it more, but I wouldn't be able to right now. And this is the wrong title, but this is a list of the 15 most published or most cited articles, with the TLEX classification coming in at first place, followed by the AO classification. And as for the study design, I'll just ask for 30 more seconds to go over it quickly. But this is a sunburst diagram about all the different subject types that we talked about and article types. And I would like to focus more on the case series, which was predominated by diagnostic accuracy with 29 diagnostic accuracy publications. Most of them with the subtopic of being focused on MRI diagnostic accuracy, followed by CT parameters and CT qualitative assessment. Afterwards, I would like to talk about the sample size. So we can see that most of the publications had a sample size of less than 50, and that only 35% had between 50 and 100, and that less than 20% or 11 publications had a sample size of greater than 100. And these were the authors with the largest sample size documents. And this is a quick table that shows, or bar chart, that shows that most of the studies were from a single center. Only one study was multi-centered and was retrospective in nature, while for the single-centered studies, most of them were retrospective with 39 publications. And thank you. I wanted to go over the discussion period, but I think I'm running out of time.
Thank you very much.